as they do have Toby Alderweireld, there's Thomas Vermeulen and Jan Vertonghen. For the four midfielders is Munae from right back, left back Torgan Hazard, the two central midfielders Axel Witsel and Yuri Telemans. You have from the flank, right flank, Kevin De Bruyne. From the left flank is Doku, and up front Romelu Lukaku. While for Italy, they come into the game in a 4-3-3 formation. In goal is Gianluigi Donnarumma. For the defenders, they have Leonardo Spinazzola at left back. Right back is Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Playing at centre half, Giorgio Chiellini and Bonucci. For the three midfielders, there's Marco Verratti, Jorginho and Nicolo Barella. For the three men up front, from the left flank is Lorenzo Insigne. From the right flank is Federico Chiesa. And up front is Ciro Immobile. What a lineup for both teams, and what a game we do expect today, Dorcas.
I said it before, it is going to be a massive game. It is already a massive game. Belgium taking on Italy, two of the best sides in Europe, in the world at this point in time, haven't lost in the year 2021. So that's a massive, taking into this particular game. And you're looking at the fact that the Belgian team, that's the Red Devils as they are formerly known, are meeting their nemesis today in Italy. It's historical today for the Belgians. So they have to make sure that they get to win this one, because in the last 22 matches with Italy, they have only won 4 of that and have lost 14 against Italy. So it is a bad record for Belgium, and they would want to make sure that they can come back here, they can win this team out and take them out and qualify for the semi-finals in the Euro 2020.
This is the most testing and threatening challenge for the golden generation of Belgium in Euro 2020. The Azuris, with one of the best defense in the Euros and also the world. A heavyweight clash in football at the Allianz Arena. This is where a champion could emerge from. Belgium will be kicking off from screens, putting on red top or red shorts and a red socks, while Italy are all on white, a white top, a white short and a white socks. They take the knee. Romelu Lukaku will be the first man to touch the ball. They're all back up. Yuri Telemans, brilliant with Leicester City, an FA Cup winner, and also the goal scorer in the final against Chelsea. The game begins, and it's Belgium with the proceedings. Here is Torgan Hazard. His goal was classical and inspirational for Belgium in scaling through to the quarterfinals as they beat Portugal. There's Munae, a long ball up front looking for Romelu Lukaku. It's cleared away by Chiellini. Witsel gets it back. Vermeulen back to the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. Courtois with a long ball. Munae. His header just goes into the path of Jorginho. And Italy can now build from the back. Here's Bonucci. Slowing the tempo down, Italy. Passes it to Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo goes infield, was looking for Barella. But Belgium gets it back. Romelu Lukaku, it's Eli Lukaku! Gets past, doesn't go past the goalkeeper. Talking of Gianluigi Donnarumma, they know themselves, as they are both based in Milan, Inter and AC respectively, although Donnarumma's contract has come to an end. And he's not looking at signing a new contract to AC Milan. Could be on his way to Paris Saint-Germain, still waiting for the conclusion of the Euros before he confirms where he'll be heading to. So Italy now with Bonucci. Bonucci for Barella. Barella, Jorginho, brilliant pass looking for Chiesa. Chiesa goes past Vertonghen. Chiesa still hanging on to the ball in the 18-yard box of Belgium. Chiesa strike, not the best. Goes out and is out for a goal kick for Belgium.
We've seen how threatening the Belgians can be with Romelu Lukaku up front for them. He's a dangerous man up there, and we've gotten to see how Donnarumma came out to save that ball. That, of course, Lukaku I thought would have been able to handle better, but Donnarumma was there to embrace the ball for safety, to keep the game as early as it is level, goalless here on. But Chiesa should have done better with the ball he had earlier too as well. It was a really poor ball he put into the 18-yard box against the Belgians.
A mistake between Bonucci and Donnarumma. Ball goes out. It's going to be a corner kick for Belgium. Belgium looking threatening in the first 3 minutes. Romelu Lukaku will be looking at getting goal number 64 for Belgium. It's his 97th appearance. The Red Devils is how they are called. And it's going to be Kevin De Bruyne taking the corner. De Bruyne's cross, brilliant cross, It's headed clear by the defense of Italy. De Bruyne lets it go out. It's a throw-in for Belgium. De Bruyne holding on to the ball. We'll be looking at taking the throw-in for Belgium. Drops it down as he waits for Hazard. Torgan to take the throw-in for Belgium. Torgan Hazard goes back, all the way back to Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen to Vermeulen. Vermeulen switching into the right for Toby Alderweireld. Here's Monet. Goes to Vertonghen. The captain for today, Jan Vertonghen, one of the 5 players with over 100 caps for Belgium. Here's Doku. Doku goes past Barella. Trying to also scale past Di Lorenzo. He's hanging in there, Doku. He's possessed of the ball. Belgium lose out, and Chiesa wins a throwing. It's off Jan Vertonghen. Roberto Martinez, a lot expected from him after how he delivered in 2018 at the World Cup with Belgium. Getting to the semis, lost out to France, and then winning the 3rd place against England. It's a golden generation. Here they are with Romelu Lukaku in attack. Lukaku's first strike is over the bar, although whistle goes for an offside. Romelu Lukaku, not a bad start at all for him.
Definitely not a bad start for him. He was obviously the chief when it comes to offside position against the Italians. And once more, we've seen how he could penetrate the defense against between Chiellini and Bonucci. They would have to be sensitive. They would have to make sure they can match this man strength for strength to make sure he doesn't score a goal in this game, or try to keep the game level in the early stages. Already just 5 minutes into the game, and we've seen how threatening the Belgians can be with Lukaku up front in goal. But he hasn't done quite well after beating his 2 markers in Bonucci and Chiellini.
Yes, Spinazzola at the left back for Italy. Goes infield finding Chiellini to Bonucci, who's in the center circle. Goes back to the left flank for Spinazzola. Has Lorenzo Insigne and Verratti in front of him. Here's Insigne. Cross looking for Chiesa. Seems to be too much. Chiesa keeps it in play, and Thibaut Courtois is out of his lines to hold on to that. Rolls the ball. Here's Torgan Hazard, who certainly be missing his elder brother, but he did deliver last game against Portugal, and Belgium will be wishing same from him. Here is Vermeulen. Vermeulen for Vertonghen. It's a 3-man defense, not forgetting the Belgians. So Vertonghen playing from the left side of the defense, Vermeulen from the center, and then you have Toby Alderweireld from the right. Yes, Torgan Hazard back to Vertonghen. Vertonghen to Vermeulen. Vertonghen back to Torgan Hazard. Doku leading an attack now for Belgium. From the left flank is up against Bonucci. His cross not the best, just goes into the hands of Gianluigi Donnarumma.
The Belgians have found a way to try to work from the left, from their left-hand side. That is Lorenzo. They found out that he isn't quite strong when it comes to the Italian defense. They've been using that particular angle to try to attack the Italians. They haven't gone through, of course, Spinazzola, and Lukaku has been having a field day. At least the 2 chances he has gotten between Chiellini and Bonucci. So they would have to be more cautious and organized in their defense, the Italians.
It's the live commentary on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We're live on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH, and we can also get your thoughts as the commentary goes on via WhatsApp. It's 0809 030 6416. Italy on the attack before Belgium dispossess Chiesa. Roberto Mancini has been with various Italian clubs, Inter Milan, Lazio, amongst others, and now with the national team. It's not been a bad period for him. Here's Chiellini. Goes to his centre-back partner in Bonucci. Then to Di Lorenzo, who is playing at right back. Di Lorenzo with a long pass looking for Immobile. Belgium gets it, but not for long as they're being dispossessed, and Yuri Telemans gets it back for Belgium. Romelu Lukaku being closed down by Chiellini. He goes to Menai, who gives a long pass, finding Doku. It's cleared out by Di Lorenzo. Torgan Hazard, Fitzel, back to Vertonghen, who goes back to the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. Courtois on to Toby Alderweireld. Toby has Monet to play with and goes to Monet, who is playing as right wing back today. Not the best of touches, trying to get past Spinazzola. Spinazzola gets the ball off him as he goes infield to Jorginho. And here's Verratti. Here they are talking of the Italians, trying to build things with Marco Verratti, a brilliant player. Here is Lorenzo Insigne. Goes in a pass, looking for Immobile. Overhits that and is out for a goal kick for Belgium.
Ekpo, I'm very sure that Mancini would not be happy or satisfied with the approach of his team in just about 8 minutes of game time played here. They've started the game quite soft, and we haven't seen the intensity from the Italians. So maybe we could say just very early in the game, and the tension is quite soft at this point in time. But the Belgians are not taking it easy. They are fighting. They are attacking. Lukaku is trying to make sure he can break the defense to get the first goal of the encounter. So the Italians would have to step up.
Just a confirmation, we're live on Facebook and on YouTube. That is at Nigeria Info PH. A message here saying the game will end in a draw. That's promises 13 from Transamadi. There's Spinazzola from the left flank up against Monet. Goes infield finding Verratti. Over to Jorginho. Verratti once again. Marco Verratti goes back to Jorginho. Jorginho for Bonucci. Bonucci finds Di Lorenzo, and then to Chiesa. Dispossessed of the ball is Barella by Witsel. Torgan Hazard taking it back into his own 18, so deep before Jan Vertonghen is able to clear. Not the best of clearance as he goes out for a throw-in for Italy, who resumes so quickly. Here they are now, the Italians. Barella finds Immobile, goes infield, and switch of pass from Jorginho, not the best. Monae gets it. Lukaku is dispossessed of the ball from Chiellini. Spinazzola, Verratti, Jorginho, Bonucci. A long pass in. Barella, what a touch that is. Over to Jorginho. Ciro Immobile, a wayward pass. It goes out and it's a throw-in for Belgium. Torgan Hazard will take proceedings of that. Roberto Martinez already screaming on the players, not forgetting his assistants before the start of the game. Thierry Henry was already talking to Romelu Lukaku. It's Thibaut Courtois, gets the ball from Torgan Hazard, clears it. Witsel further heads that forward, but Italy gather with Di Lorenzo, who sends it back into the half of Belgium. Cleared by Vermeulen. Di Lorenzo once again clears it, and here's Vermeulen. Yuri Telemans, Vermeulen, cleared by Vermeulen. Monet keeps that in play. His header is gotten by Telemans, who dispossesses Jorginho. Back to Monet, who's getting the run from the right, touches it, crossing, and it goes out. Spinazzola. It's going to be a corner for Belgium.
Munier is a man that I've been quite impressed with in the Euro this time out. He's been an attacking midfielder. He's pressed on from the right hand for the Belgians, and just now he did that again, but he was closed down by the Italians this time around by Spinazzola, making sure that his cross, Munier's cross, doesn't get into the middle of the park, finds Lukaku, and then probably they get the first goal of the encounter. So good defense on the Italians this time.
Second corner of the game for Belgium. Kevin De Bruyne's cross was looking for Jan Vertonghen, is cleared out by the Italian defense, and here they are, Italy still trying to clear that one out as Belgium are hanging in there. Brilliant on, that's from Immobile. Witsel wins a foul. It's a free kick for Italy. Talking of rather Barella, he's not had a bad tournament. I guess everyone will be asking, where is Locatelli? He's on the bench. Locatelli also hasn't had a bad tournament at all. Italy with Bonucci. Over to Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo still hanging on with the ball. Chiesa. There's Jorginho. Brilliant control by Jorginho. He goes down. Whistle goes. Free kick for Italy. Italy seems to be soft. Torgan Hazard is already complaining about that.
I think so too, Ekpo. I think it was just too soft for me, Jorginho. I would want to say this, of course, that the Belgians, they've been able to marshal the midfield a whole lot against the Italians, while staying, of course, very compact defensively. We're going to see how the Italians can get past the middle. I haven't seen plenty of Jorginho in the first 10 minutes of the game, and so far the Belgians have been compact defensively with 3-man backline, and their midfield has been quite star-studded, and have warded off every attack coming through the midfield. We haven't seen plenty, of course, from the Italians through the middle, of course.
Lorenzo Insigne will take the free kick. Across into the 18-yard box. Not the worst cross. This is the touch, and it's the first goal of the night. It's coming from Bonucci. The first goal of the night goes to Italy. It's the 13th minute, and Italy lead. Belgium have a long way to go when you're looking at how brilliant the Italians have been defensively. Is this their night? Is this their competition? Just like I said, a champion could emerge from here, and just like we've seen in other games, Italy go ahead by a goal to nothing.
Italy have taken the lead over Belgium, who has started the game in high fashion. Though for now, VAR is checking that goal. It's nothing concrete, nothing certain yet. Just the goal being checked by VAR to see if, of course, the ball came in from an offside position. Mekkalini was also maybe offside. We're yet to get confirmation from the VAR. But for now, it is Italy leading Belgium 1 goal to nothing, courtesy, of course, of a goal from Bonucci.
It's a goal to nothing, and no goal. It's cancelled for an offside. So it's cancelled. It's 0-0. It's still 0-0 here at the Allianz Arena. Really surprising. The Belgians will have to keep their fingers crossed and know what they've just come into. It's the quarterfinals of the competition. You lose, you're gone. But 0-0 is how it stands. And Italy have to start again, just like they started from the very first minute with the game at 0-0.
The Belgians already have a bad record against Italy, and they're fighting a whole lot to make sure that doesn't repeat itself here again.
Here they are on the attack, Belgium. Torgan Hazard goes infield, finding Witsel. Witsel back to Jan Vertonghen, and then to Yuri Telemans. Kevin De Bruyne coming so deep to get onto the ball. There's Monet. Toby Alderweireld. There's Vermaelen to Vertonghen finding Doku. Doku has Torgan Hazard in front of him. Doku makes a run and gets the ball back. It's cleared out by Chiesa, and it's a throwing for Belgium. 0-0, 15 minutes gone. And what else do we expect from this big encounter? There's Toby Alderweireld finding Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen for Doku. Doku has Chiesa to beat. Goes back to Axel Witsel. Witsel over to Vermaelen. Vertonghen finds Yuri Telemans. Could strike Telemans! It's blocked. It goes out, and it's going to be a corner kick for Belgium.
The Belgians are doing everything right. They are attacking. They are taking shots outside the 18-yard box. They are making it look very easy. The Italians are already looking to Bonucci is he's there, making sure that the attackers from the Belgian side do not get any goal in this game. So far, we've seen plenty of action from the 18-yard box of Italy.
Belgium with Doku. Brilliant touch from Doku. Goes into the 18-yard box. So it's looking for Kevin De Bruyne. The pass too hard. But Belgium gets it back. Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen still hanging on to that. And here's Monet across into the 18-yard box. It's cleared out by Bonucci. Kevin De Bruyne strike. And it's Chiellini who has his head on that, ensuring that doesn't go into the back of the net.
Too much pressure for the Italians right now in their 18-yard box. Too much pressure. We've seen, of course, Kevin De Bruyne. He had a ball and he struck it, but this time it came off the head of Bonucci. The old man in there, Chiellini rather, getting the job done. If you see him, he's already bowed, but he's looking quite young in this game against the Belgians.
Skillful Pero thinks he's going to end by 2-1 as he's enjoying the end-to-end game. That's a message on WhatsApp. Torgan Hazard with the throwing. Hazard goes back to Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen for Thomas Vermaelen. Vermaelen back to Jan Vertonghen. From the left flank of defense, rolls it into the half of Italy. Romelu Lukaku beaten there by Bonucci. Italy gets it with Lorenzo Insigne. Lorenzo Insigne finds Spinazzola. Spinazzola waiting for a couple of runs, but goes back to Marco Verratti. Here's Jorginho, Bonucci, Di Lorenzo, who is at right back. So the ball has moved from left to right, and yes, Chiesa across. It's cleared out by Jan Vertonghen. Torgan Hazard gets in for Axel Witsel. Witsel goes infield, finding Yuri Telemans. Torgan Hazard. Hazard goes back to Vertonghen, who clears. We'll be looking for Lukaku up front. Bonucci brings that down brilliantly. And they are trying to build things now from the back. Switches the ball from right to left. And here is Spinazzola. Lorenzo Insigne coming down to get the ball. Marco Verratti. Jorginho. Bonucci in the center circle. Bonucci finds Di Lorenzo, who's gone back to Bonucci now. Bonucci switching play to the left flank. And here is Marco Verratti. I beg your pardon. Spinazzola for Insigne. Insigne for Verratti now. Insigne making that run. A touch for Immobile. Immobile dispossessed of the ball by Munier. A long pass in. Lukaku is not even in the half of Italy. As the Belgians are being put under a whole lot of pressure. There's Bonucci. Chiellini. Spinazzola. Goes back to Bonucci. Just 4 Italians in their half. Belgium sitting deep, sitting back, and knowing what they do expect. Italy not just good defensively, also brilliant. We're talking of attacking. Here they are from the right flank. Chiesa finds Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo to Bonucci. Bonucci with a long pass to the left flank. As he finds Spinazzola. Has Verratti for company. So he's going all alone for Ciro Immobile. His touch is to Insigne. It's cleared out by the Belgian defense. Yuri Telemans, brilliant on, is fouled. That will be a yellow card for Verratti. Speaking of Marco Verratti, is his first yellow of the tournament. Yuri Telemans picks himself up. It was a wonderful turn. Just going past Immobile and Verratti before Verratti pulled him down.
Yeah, it was, of course, a good yellow card from the referee. It was put on. It was Verratti who couldn't take on the pace of Yuri Telemans, and he had to hold him back, and he eventually fell that man. So a yellow card was posted from the referee.
Romelu Lukaku not the best of passes to Kevin De Bruyne as Belgium lose out there. And here's Verratti is brought down by Telemans. I think he'll be asking for a yellow card. Marco Verratti, just like he fouled Yuri Telemans. Now Yuri Telemans fouls him, and Chiellini is asking for that yellow.
Yeah, looking at it, it doesn't look like a yellow to me. At least it doesn't look like a yellow. Maybe the referee would agree with me on this one. But yes, again, it is the both men between Telemans versus Verratti once again. Oh, yellow carded.
It's yellow card there, talking of Yuri Telemans. This message is saying, my shout in the game scares him. He's expecting a goal, certainly. I see Italy building things from the back with Di Lorenzo passing field for Immobile as he finds Barella. And here's Lorenzo Insigne to the left. There is Spinazzola. He's going all alone. Insigne, brilliant on, goes down. Referee says no foul as Thibaut Courtois runs out of his net, out of his goal line to get onto that one. Here they are, Belgium now with Jan Vertonghen back to Thibaut Courtois. This long ball is in to the half of, doesn't even get into the half of Italy as the Italians lose out on the ball once again. Thibaut Courtois, Toby Alderweireld of Tottenham Hotspur to Kevin De Bruyne, who finds Monet. This pass was for Lukaku, deflected by Verratti, and yes, Kevin De Bruyne now on attack for Belgium. De Bruyne could strike! De Bruyne, what a save! Brilliant save by Gianluigi Donnarumma. It's still early days, but Belgium are really eager in hitting the back of the net.
This is the Kevin De Bruyne who we all thought wasn't going to be fit for this game. He was a doubter initially before the game, and now he's here due to ankle injury that he might have sustained in the previous game. But he's here. That strike was a beautiful one, but Donnarumma came out to save that one just in time to keep the game level after 23 minutes of game time played here.
Donnarumma shaking his players. Yes, Doku. Kevin De Bruyne now could cross one into the 18-yard box. Across. It just goes into the hands of Gianluigi Donnarumma, who's trying to keep things cool at the back. This long ball is not the best as Belgium gets it back. And here they are still So, oh my, poor cross from Thorgan Hazard. He switched from left to right, and Bonusi is shouting on the defense.
He needs to shout on the defense. Of course, they need to be compact. We've looked at how compact defensively the Belgians are. You're looking at a 3-man backline between the likes of Vermeulen, Vertonghen, and Alderweireld. They are over 60 if you combine all your age together, but they are looking compact. They are looking good against the Italians. We haven't even seen Thibaut Courtois, struggling or being under pressure by the attacker from Ciro Immobile, Chiesa, and even Insigne. So yes, the Italians need to be compact defensively against the Belgians.
Spinazzola now on the attack. He loses out on the ball, and here's Monet, cleared out by Toby Alderweireld. Looking for Lukaku is stopped by Giorgio Chiellini. Chiellini's pass finds Verratti, who goes infield for Jorginho. Here's Verratti. Verratti, brilliant on, goes past Yuri Telemans. This is Ciro Immobile, dispossessed. Kevin De Bruyne, Axel Witsel, loses out again, Immobile. And here's Barella. Barella goes infield for Jorginho. Jorginho now for Insigne. Verratti finds Spinazzola. Has to go past Monet. Brilliant on Monet. Also brilliant in defense, stopping him. Clears it. Lukaku gets his head onto that, but Bonucci is able to clear after his defense partner in Chiellini was closing down on Lukaku. Italy gets it back. Barella goes back to Di Lorenzo. There's Bonucci in the center circle. Bonucci finds Chiellini. Chiellini over to Verratti. Verratti then to Insigne. Yes, Immobile waiting for the run of Insigne. He loses out there. Vermeulen had to close him down as Monet is able to clear. Not the best of clearance because Italy gets it back with Chiellini, and then he finds Spinazzola. Yes, Verratti. Verratti plays it into Jorginho. Jorginho has Spinazzola to the left, finds Spinazzola, goes back to Insigne. Insigne for Jorginho, who finds Verratti. Verratti gets it to Lorenzo Insigne. Up against Monet, across into the 18-yard box. A low one, Immobile. It's cleared out. And yes, Kevin De Bruyne could now launch an attack for Belgium. A brilliant attack. It's 3-on-3. Should I say 3-on-4 as the Italians are closing things down. Lukaku up against Chiellini. A leg over, step over Lukaku. A save by Gianluigi Donnarumma, and it's cleared out by Spinazzola. By Di Lorenzo, I beg your pardon. And it's a corner kick for Belgium.
The threats keep coming from the Belgians. We've seen, of course, that man who you would think is not pretty enough in Kevin De Bruyne leading the counter-attack for Belgium. Finds Lukaku, who did leg over 2 times against that man Chiellini, and Bonucci took a shot. It was Donnarumma who came to wait off that attack from Lukaku, and of course Di Lorenzo hit the ball out for corner. So it's corner awarded to Belgium.
It's the 4th corner of the game, and it's Kevin De Bruyne who will have a cross. He goes short like before. It's a cross into the 18-yard box. It's cleared out, and here is Insigne. Italy can now counter. And here they are already on the counter attack. Look at the Italians. Thorgan Hazard not able to stop Spinazzola there. And here is Chiesa into the 18-yard box of Belgium. Chiesa! A deflection! And Courtois was still up. Gets up and still holds that. The deflection came in from Toby Alderweireld. Italy get the ball back just after Courtois was trying to launch an attack for Belgium. Here's Jorginho. He has Insigne in sight. He finds him and then goes on to Chiesa. Chiesa touches that for Verratti. Back to Chiesa in the 18. Chiesa, his strike is blocked by Toby Alderweireld. Goes out, and it's going to be a throwing for Italy.
Ekpo, we are witnessing a highly tactical and intense match from the both sides. We've seen how intense they can be going forward and also defensively. We've seen, of course, the experience the defense can be for Italy, waiting off every attack coming from Lukaku, who is the constant threat using his power against Chiellini and Bonucci as well. So I would say that both coaches in Mancini and, of course, Martinez are bringing their all. And, of course, we've seen how important and impactful their tactics have been in this game in the early 27 minutes of game time played here.
Just after the throwing, Lorenzo Insigne had a strike off target. Didn't seem to trouble Thibaut Courtois, who's not had a bad tournament at all.
He hasn't.
See, there's the replay, the strike from Chiesa. Toby Alderweireld had his leg on that. It deflected, seems to shake Thibaut Courtois. But Belgium will be lucky he didn't go down so quickly.
Yeah.
Roberto Martinez talking to the team, trying to switch things in the field, as Prince Bonaventure on WhatsApp says that he gives the game to Italy. He sees them winning against Belgium. A long ball into the half of Belgium is cleared out by Thomas Vermeulen. Currently plays in Japan. Thomas Vermeulen. Vissel Kobe. Spinazzola with the throwing for Verratti. Closed down by Yuri Telemans. Goes back to Bonucci. He finds Di Lorenzo. In front of him there's Barella and Chiesa, but he goes back to Bonucci. A long pass. Takes it to the left. There's Spinazzola. Spinazzola for Verratti. Lorenzo Insigne making the run, but Verratti now has to find Lorenzo. Touch to Immobile, dispossessed. Immobile gets it back, Immobile. And here is Chiesa. Chiesa could have a strike with his weaker foot. Chiesa's strike is blocked. Goes back to Chiesa. Chiesa has Spinazzola for company. Here is Spinazzola up against Monet. Spinazzola could fake on Monet. Goes into the 18. It's crossed, not the best. Deflects of Monet, and it's a corner kick for Italy.
It's a corner kick for Italy. The Italians are beginning to pressure the defense of the Belgians. But they look compact, they look solid defensively. They don't look shaken by every attack coming in from the Italians. That's to tell you how confident they are in this game against the Italians.
Insigne will take the cross. Lorenzo Insigne, one of the star men in Napoli, as you have Chiellini and Witsel hugging themselves after Vincic, the referee from Slovenia, went in to have a chat with them. Insigne with a cross. It's headed clear by Jan Vertonghen. So it's by Vermeulen, I beg your pardon. It's going to be a throwing for Italy. Roberto Martinez gives the ball to, hands over the ball to Marco Verratti. Brilliant midfielder. Verratti takes the throw, goes back to Chiellini. Here's Bonucci. Bonucci goes to the right flank, finding Di Lorenzo. He's brought down by Thibaut Courtois. Whistle goes. It's a free kick for Italy. It's Italy gradually growing into the game. Belgium have had some glorious chance. You could talk about the strike, which is coming from Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne, amongst others. And the Italians are now in the 18-yard box of Belgium, but Belgium are able to clear. Not the best of clearance. Verratti, the strike is in there, and it's a chance. It's the first goal of the game. This will count, and it's coming from Nicolo Barella. It's 1-0 down here at the Allianz Arena. Yuri Telemans on our screens. Italy get the goal they needed. It's well deserved in terms of ball possession. You'd say the Belgian team have had some wonderful chances, but Roberto Martinez is already speaking to his team and screaming. Roberto Mancini, the coach of Italy, will certainly be happy, as this will now count. The free kick was taken really quickly.
It was a really fast free kick coming from Italy. The ball was passed to Jorginho, who sent the ball into the middle of the park, was trying to find Ciro Immobile, who was fouled in the 18-yard box. The ball left. It was a tussle later on in the 18-yard box, but the ball went on to Verratti, who tried to find, of course, Barella. Barella got the ball, got past the two defenders who were his markers, even three, of course, three of them couldn't wait off for that man in Barella, and he took a right-footed shot. Thibaut Courtois could do absolutely nothing with that ball, and it is Italy 1, Belgium 0.
His first goal in the Euros, Nicolo Barella, and it's his fourth game also in the Euros. Will it be going from bad to worse for Belgium, or can they bounce back as quickly as possible? Yes, Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne hanging on to that one. Ball goes out. It's going to be a throw-in for Italy, as he was closed down by Marco Verratti. This is when the vision of De Bruyne is needed. This is when the brilliance of Lukaku is needed. This is when you expect a player like Torgan Hazard to step up. You can name them. Belgium do have the players. It's their golden generation. And can they deliver, get back as quickly as possible? Or will it be Italy just cruising like we've seen them do throughout the competition? They had a tough game against Austria. And they won't be expecting maybe they should also be expecting that as the tournament goes on.
You know, they've only considered one goal in this tournament so far, and that was against a very stubborn Austria. And after they considered that one goal, but they have scored 9 goals in about 4 matches. So, of course, that's to tell you how this team can be when it comes to attacking and defending, of course, which has been a vital point for the Italians.
Courtois is fouled by Ciro Immobile. Immobile is wondering how that is a foul.
They have to protect the goalkeeper, yes.
The message here is saying this should have been the final. Yeah, both teams have been brilliant. Lukaku has been closed down a lot, but this time around he's being fouled by Giorgio Chiellini. They both know themselves in Italy, like I said earlier on. Juventus and Inter Milan respectively. Witsel takes the free kick on for Vermaelen, who finds Toby Alderweireld and then goes to the right, finding Monet. Here is Yuri Telemans, finds Monet, a pass in, looking for the run of Kevin De Bruyne. Not the best of clearance from Jorginho, because if that was going to go, if it was on target, I think he would have kept Gianluigi Donnarumma stranded. It
looked like he was going into the back of the net against the Italians. It wasn't a good clearance from Jorginho, but God be good to the Italians. He went out for a corner kick for Belgium.
Corner kick for Belgium. Kevin De Bruyne will take the corner. Across from Kevin De Bruyne. No Belgian head in there to get onto that. Here is Torgan Hazard. Has to go back and try to build things from the back. And a long pass once again into the 18-yard box. It's cleared out by Chiellini. There's a pass from Verratti. He was looking for Immobile. Brilliant as he brings that down wonderfully. Italy now trying to build things with Barella, the goal scorer. Also, they do have Chiesa. Here now is Bonucci. Bonucci goes infield, finding Verratti. Back to Bonucci. Plays it to his centre-back partner in Chiellini. Chiellini for Spinazzola. A touch to Immobile, who goes back to Jorginho. Brilliant on. Back to Bonucci in defense. A long pass in. Is looking for Spinazzola, who is now on the attack. Brilliant control from Spinazzola. Lorenzo Insigne goes infield, finding Verratti. Back to Lorenzo Insigne. Back to Marco Verratti. His pass is not the best, but Barella tried to bring that down. Torgan Hazard able to get it back for Belgium. Back to Thibaut Courtois, now the goalkeeper, as he launches one in. Courtois. This pass is for Lukaku. Heads that. Brings it down. Whistle goes. It's going to be a free kick. After we had Bonucci and Romelu Lukaku shaking themselves, but the foul went down between Jorginho and that was Yuri Telemans.
Immediately after the goal, the Italians look very confident in attacking and passing the ball across in the midfield. We have seen a new determination and willingness, especially with that goal they scored from Nico Barella, and he did quite well with that ball. So we are going to be seeing a bit of every other thing from the Belgian side. They need to remain focused. They need to make sure that they can get a goal or an equalizer against the Italians in this encounter tonight.
Immobile closed down by Vermaelen. He wins the ball brilliantly. Immobile is wondering why that isn't the foul. Toby Alderweireld, yes, Monet goes back for Yuri Telemans. Telemans back to Thibaut Courtois. Courtois closed down by 2 Italians as he passes it now for Doku. Doku's touch is not the best. Ball goes out. It's a throwing for Italy, who starts now at the back with Verratti, who finds Barella, and then back to Insigne. Here's Insigne. Spinazzola to his left. Insigne is up against Yuri Telemans. Rather finds Chiesa, not the best of touches between Immobile, I beg your pardon, was Barella was looking for Chiesa up front. Courtois gets onto that. And there is Jan Vertonghen, captain for the Belgian team. Vermaelen back to Vertonghen. Vertonghen finds Torgan Hazard. Axel Witsel. In terms of position, it's been the Italians enjoying that. 61 to 39 of Belgium, and it's just over 37 minutes gone. Here's Doku, has Torgan Hazard to play with. Here's Hazard, finds Doku. Doku goes back to Witsel. Witsel for Yuri Telemans, then for Jan Vertonghen. Toby Alderweireld. Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen to the left, finding Doku. He's not really been brilliant today, Doku. He goes past one, trying to get past his second. Leaves the ball for Witsel. Witsel now finding Toby Alderweireld. Goes to Jan Vertonghen at the left. Switching it towards the right for Alderweireld. And yes, Munei now finds Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne goes infield finding Toby Alderweireld. Back to Vertonghen. Vermeulen, I beg your pardon. And now here's Vertonghen on for Doku. Doku up against Di Lorenzo. Goes past him. Then goes to the left finding Lukaku. He's come out so deep, I guess, because he's not getting balls. Lukaku back to Doku. Doku crossing that. Rather goes infield for Witsel. Witsel finds Alderweireld. And here's Munei now. Kevin De Bruyne is brought down by Verratti. De Bruyne still hangs on. And here's Yuri Tillemans' cross. Not the best. It's cleared out by Di Lorenzo. As Lorenzo Insigne further clears. Italy sitting back in their own 18-yard box. Toby Alderweireld wins the header. Vermeulen further gets the header. Italy still trying to hang on, but Witsel gets it. And the whistle goes. It's a free kick as Witsel's boots were too high on Marco Verratti.
Yes, of course, the pressure started from the midfield. The Belgians are making sure that they get into the 18-yard box of the Italians, but they found it quite hard to break the defense of Chiellini and Bonucci. Di Lorenzo has stepped up this game so far, trying to wait off every attack coming from Torgan Hazard and making sure that Doku doesn't exactly get past him as well. So yes, they've been quite compact after that goal came in.
Italy restarts the game, and Italy now with Bonucci. Bonucci goes to the right flank, finding Di Lorenzo. Runs into the half of Belgium. Di Lorenzo goes past Doku, has Witsel for company. His cross is not the best. It's cleared out by Vermeulen and is out for a corner kick for Italy. 40 minutes gone, and it's Italy leading by a goal to nothing. Goal scored by Nicolo Barella. And could this be their night? Or will Belgium be coming back as quickly as possible?
It's gonna be quite difficult, but Belgians are trying. It's like they lack the trying the edge of it. They are fighting, they are trying to make a defense, and they've looked quite resolute against the Belgian team. The Italians have been quite resolute against the attackers, and Kevin De Bruyne and Lukaku as well. Doku are finding it difficult to get past Di Lorenzo in the later stages of the game. So yes, they are trying, but haven't found that opening yet to try to get the goal.
Corner kick for Italy. It's going to be taken by Marco Verratti. His cross is into the 18-yard box. It's cleared out, but doesn't go so far. It's a strike, and it's off target. Strike came in from Federico Chiesa. Courtois had to ensure that he did cover the post. Didn't go on target, as he was trying to curve that into the left of Thibaut Courtois.
It was just inches off the goalpost, and Thibaut Courtois was very cautious and was very observant of the ball and made sure that he had no touch to that ball while he went out for a goal kick.
This message is asking how the Italians have become so strong overnight. They are popularly known for being defensive, sluggish in attack, and Italy is so amazing in this tournament. He says he's asking if the bots play us. Belgium restart as quickly as possible. Here's Doku, goes back to Jan Vertonghen, who switches the ball from left to right for Toby Alderweireld. Toby's pass is long, it's in, just onto Chiellini. Chiellini, not the best of clearance from Spinazzola. Rolls out, it's a throw-in for Belgium. Here they are now with Toby Alderweireld. Back to Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen for Vermeulen. Vermeulen finds Toby Alderweireld. Munei goes back to Thibaut Courtois. Yes. The Belgians are building slowly from the back. Thomas Vermeulen, Jan Vertonghen, a long ball in, looking for Doku. It's cleared out by Di Lorenzo as Barella further clears. And here's Chiesa. Belgium gets it back. And here's Witsel. Witsel is brought down. Whistle doesn't go. And the Belgians are on the attack now. Here's Chiesa. Italians, I beg your pardon, on the attack. Chiesa finds Lorenzo Insigne. Insigne over to Spinazzola. Insigne are slowing the tempo now. They are leading by a goal to nothing, and they will be happy taking this into the halftime break. It's less than 3 minutes to additional time to the end of the first half. Here's Chiellini, the captain of the Italian national team, as he finds Insigne. His pass is long, and it's into the path of Immobile. Immobile has Chiesa for company, still hanging on. Immobile seems to be stingy there. It's cleared off, but Jorginho gets it back. Lorenzo Insigne is making a run. Jorginho is still hanging on. He finds Lorenzo Insigne now. Back to Jorginho. Jorginho goes back to Bonucci, who goes back to the goalkeeper, Gianluigi Donnarumma. It's so surprising how it's a goal to nothing. I think Immobile should have passed that ball. There's Verratti. Barella finds Lorenzo Insigne. Has Spinazzola in front of him, but Lorenzo is making that run. Brilliant turn, goes past Yuri Telemans. Insigne! What a goal! Oh my word! This is Italy! It's the Azzurri! They lead by 2 goals to nothing! And Lorenzo Insigne calls that past Thibaut Courtois. Belgium certainly have a mountain to climb when you look at the Italian national team and the fact that they have conceded only 1 goal in this tournament. Thomas Vermaelen is shocked. Roberto Martinez, Romelu Lukaku cannot believe his eyes. It's 2 goals to nothing.
Thinking about that, he had, of course, Toby Alderweireld, he had Thomas Vermaelen in front of him, but he decided not to break in through the middle. He took a shot from that distance, and it was a stunner against Thibaut Courtois, who could do nothing against that ball. It was a high, superb finish from Insigne, and it's Italy leading 2 goals to nothing just before the halftime mark.
In games and around, I think that for the Belgians, apart from Munena, not the best. Chiellini gets it now. And he goes down. Referee blows the whistle, and it's a penalty for Belgium. It's a way to come back. Italy are shocked as they are being surrounded. They're surrounding the referee. Vintage. Doku wins a penalty. This will be brilliant, but we always know that the video assistant referee can come to play.
It is a man that was too fast for Di Lorenzo. It was Doku's pace he could not hold on to. He had to shove the young man in the 18-yard box, and the referee decided it is a penalty. So yes, Belgium now has a penalty to give themselves hope just before halftime break.
Will it stand? Yes, seems to be pushed there. Talking of Doku, seems to be pushed by Di Lorenzo. The referee, Slavko Vincic, is still being surrounded by the Italian players as he's awaiting the video assistant referee to review that. Doku went past Di Lorenzo, was just in front of him. Seemed to be a push, and he missed his stepping. Is there?
Yeah, that push was quite heavy from Di Lorenzo. He was just too much on Doku, and of course the video assistant referee is still checking that particular penalty.
I think it stands because the ref is even walking back, sending Gianluigi Donnarumma to his goal line. It stands. Lukaku will take the penalty. The check is over. So it's a penalty for Belgium. It's still 2 goals to nothing in favor of Italy. 45 minutes already gone. Lukaku will take the penalty for Belgium. The man from Inter looking for goal number 64. He's also looking for his 4th goal at the Euros. Lukaku scores! It's 2 goals to 1. Belgium will be happy getting 1 back. Romelu Lukaku sent Donnarumma the wrong way. It's the second half. We're expecting something so big, certainly.
Exactly what we needed in this massive fixture, heavyweight fixture between Belgium and Italy. It was Italy leading 2 goals to 1. Doku eventually won a penalty for the Belgians after Di Lorenzo's heavy shove on him. The referee awarded a penalty. Lukaku stepped up to take that one, and he has scored his 4th goal of the Euro 20 hope in this game against the Italians.
Put it in the middle. Romelu Lukaku did so. Donnarumma went to his right, and the halftime whistle goes. It's 2 goals to 1 in favor of Belgium. This is certainly game on. It's a live commentary on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global. Radio Femi and the gang on Just Like It. It's over, but football never they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global, and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global, and the cast nationwide, cover every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans
what you really expected in the first half.
Well, I expected Italy to dominate, but Belgium took the game to the Italians and started quite well. They started offensively, and it was real good. At least for the first 2-3 minutes, they were with possession and were actually having intent on goal, and they were moving forward. And Donnarumma had some shots to save also from the Belgians, and then Italy growing into the game. I think it's the two defense have been real tight, but then the way the defenders of the Belgium team have held Immobile, it's a bit different from how Lukaku has been held. Lukaku is that sort of player who, of course, he's good. He's a good forward, but then when Lukaku doesn't have the services of some good attackers around him, I think he's going to be less efficient. And when his supplies in Jeremy Doku and Kevin De Bruyne are deprived of possession or off the ball, then it's going to be difficult for Romelu Lukaku, and he doesn't have that. He's not had so much of the ball to even try to do his hold-up play as he's usually done to try to free up the other Belgian attackers going forward. So it's been the Italians who have kept him real tight. I always said this: if Lukaku doesn't have supplies from his good players, how then does it breach a defense that have considered just one goal, albeit in extra time? So the Belgians have come up with a game plan that's not been working. I think that Roberto Martinez is trying to achieve too much. If you have a defender or if you have a midfielder for a defensive duty, keep him. If you have the one for attacking, keep him. You see, Thorgan Hazard is more efficient going forward, and I understand he's playing in the 3-4-3 formation to let him go forward a little, but having him do defensive duties is going to be difficult alongside someone like Yuri Tielemans. So I think pick A for A and B for B. Don't try to make everyone a utility player and see how well you could take the game to Italians. It's really going to be difficult. But then, else do Belgium have to prove they're a top-ranked team in world football as it has to do with international competitions?
Let's get your thoughts on the show. Have you been entertained with how the first half have played out? 0817-923-0002. There's also 0003, 0007, and 0009. On WhatsApp, you can drop your messages 0809-030-6416.
St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football.
The game starts and it's Italy who starts proceedings of the second half immediately. Lorenzo Insigne already making a run. Switching play, was looking for Chiesa. Pass just behind him, goes out. And it's a throw-in for Belgium. No changes made. Can we still have the fireworks in the second half like we had in the first, Dorcas?
If the first half was exciting, the second half started just that way with the Italians attacking just immediately. The whistle was blown by the referee and they look quite good going forward. Defensively, the Belgians will have to give their very best. For the Italians, we saw in the first half lots of dangerous movement, especially also from the both teams, and I still think that the game is still very much open. It is just 2-1 in favor of Italy, and it's just the second 45 minutes. I'm quite sure that this game is nothing yet but done so far. I think we're going to see plenty more of actions in the second half. But for the Azuris, I think that they would have to give everything that they can to try to manage the game and make the most of any chance that they have to finish off the Belgian side. And also same for Belgium.
Not forgetting is the live commentary on 92.3 Nigeria Info. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info page. Belgium, Chiesa strike. It's wide. It doesn't trouble the Belgian goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. That's Nigeria Info PH. And on WhatsApp, we get your messages as the game goes on. It's 0809 030 6416. That is 0809 030 6416. Marco Verratti on our screens. We had Kevin De Bruyne a couple of minutes ago as he was complaining about being brought down by Verratti. The referee says no. Free kick now for Italy. Here's Verratti as he finds Lorenzo Insigne. Lorenzo Insigne goes back to Verratti. He finds Jorginho Insigne from the left. Trying to go past Monet. Finds Jorginho. Dribbles back. Finds Insigne. Spinazzola to his left. He goes in. A brilliant touch. 1-2 between himself and Verratti. It's cleared out by Monet and it's a corner kick for Italy.
The Italians started the second half pretty bright. They have just been in the 18-yard box of the Belgians and haven't left there ever since the first half started. The second half started. Good play, good display from the Italians. More confident in the second half. But the Belgians make sure that they can wait off every attack coming from this man Insigne, who has been fired up ever since his second brilliant goal for the Italians in this game.
Corner kick will be taken by Marco Verratti. Across into the 18-yard box. It's cleared out. Referee says another corner. It went off Yuri Telemans. Shots won this time around. Here's Insigne for Jorginho. Brilliant turn from Jorginho. He finds Chiesa. Chiesa with a long one into the 18. Looking for Verratti. Too much. Goes out. Goal kick for Belgium.
Finally, the pressure has been eased by that goal kick from Chiesa. He headed the ball. He couldn't get the ball while the ball came into the 18-yard box to try to find someone in the white shirt for the Italians. And it is Courtois who will take that ball to try to ease the pressure off the Belgians.
Lukaku loses out on the ball, and Italy now already starting off the second half brilliantly. Insigne goes back to Bonucci. Bonucci with the long ball looking for Immobile. It's cleared out by Thomas Vermaelen. There's Insigne once again. Insigne on for Jorginho. Then to Insigne. Verratti. Spinazzola goes back finding Insigne. Goes way back to the right flank as he finds Di Lorenzo, who then eventually goes back to Gianluigi Donnarumma. Tall, young and wonderful. The goalkeeper every team in Europe will certainly want to have. A long pass in. Immobile brings it down. And here's Jorginho. Brilliant control, brilliant turn. Bonucci clears one in. As Jan Vertonghen brings that down beautifully. Finds Torgan Hazard. Hazard goes infield. Kevin De Bruyne. Doku, too much. He's out for a throw-in for Italy. Roberto Martinez cheering his team up. And we'll be expecting a whole lot from them. Di Lorenzo takes the throw back to Bonucci. Yes, Verratti goes to the right flank for Di Lorenzo. Verratti touch for Barella. They lose out Italy, and here's Axel Witsel. They're trying to start things from the back. Belgium. Yes, Toby Alderweireld throws the ball on for Thomas Vermaelen. Toby Alderweireld gets it back. And then to Monet. Monet, what a run. Lukaku's touch was looking for Kevin De Bruyne. Seems to be heavy. De Bruyne, it's a foul. Rather, as De Bruyne pushed Jorginho. Both rivals, Chelsea and Manchester City, in the English Premier League, played out in the UEFA Champions League final. With Jorginho finishing in the better team than that of Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne won't want that to happen here, as they're both representing their nation, Italy and Belgium respectively. So free kick for Italy. Jorginho picks himself up, stretching his hands. The free kick will be taken by Donnarumma.
That was a particular incident that saw Belgium getting a penalty in this game. It was Di Lorenzo who initially shoved that man Doku, and it was the same thing from Kevin De Bruyne when he shoved Jorginho, and that was why the Italians won a free kick and Donnarumma has taken.
Yes, Di Lorenzo taking the ball away from his 18-yard box as he finds Barella, the first goal scorer of tonight Brilliant run from Barella, finds Chiesa. Chiesa's cross, he's looking for Immobile, doesn't connect with that. He'll go out for a throw-in for Belgium. Immobile also hasn't had a bad tournament at all. Ciro Immobile. You're looking at how things have played out for him. The Lazio man has 2 goals already in this competition. Throw-in will be taken by Monet. Playing at right wing back today. Still waiting for the Belgians to come forward and get it. There's Lukaku in front of him. He rather goes on for Yuri Tielemans. Goes down, free kick certainly. It's a tackle that has come in from Barella. Free kick for Belgium. Tielemans picks himself up. Belgium take the free kick quickly. As Jan Vertonghen finds Torgan Hazard. Has Doku making a run in front of him, but goes back to Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen goes infield as he finds Axel Witsel. Witsel now for Thomas Vermeulen. Vermeulen then to Vertonghen. Vertonghen finds Axel Witsel. Witsel goes back to Vermeulen. Then Vermeulen to Toby Alderweireld. Here is Witsel. Witsel to Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen finds Doku. Doku with a turn up against Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo goes past him. Lorenzo recovers beautifully. Torgan Hazard then gets the ball. After both men were not able to hold on to that for a while. Here now is Toby Alderweireld. Munai finds Kevin De Bruyne. It's Munai now is dispossessed of the ball, and it's going to be a throw-in for Belgium. Munai will take the throw-in as quickly as possible. Has De Bruyne in front of him. Or rather, goes in, finding Toby Alderweireld. His touch is too much out, and it's a goal kick for Belgium, for Italy.
7 minutes into the second half, it is Italy who has gotten the better chances going forward. The Italians haven't seemed to break the defense of Italy. The Azzurri still look compact, they still look solid defensively and more confident heading into the second half. The Belgians will have to borrow some confidence from the Italians to try to get an equalizer to make it 2-2 in Germany.
Bonucci with a long ball, but just goes over to Toby Alderweireld. Yes, Kevin De Bruyne has Lukaku in front of him. His pass is stopped by Giorgio Chiellini. Toby Alderweireld closes Immobile. Alderweireld gets the ball now, and here is Vermeulen. Vermeulen, a pass to the captain at the left, Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen over to Doku. Could run. He always wants to run. He's young, energetic. There's Witsel. Witsel for Toby Alderweireld. Yuri Tielemans. Nearly brought down by Verratti, still hangs on Monet's cross. It's cleared out by Di Lorenzo, and it's a corner kick for Belgium.
A good start for the Belgians. They are now going forward. The Red Devils seem to be more confident to Kevin De Bruyne and Doku, who has found a certain confidence heading into the second half, or maybe even the first half after he won the penalty for the Belgians. So Lukaku seemed to want to try to get the equalizer here for Belgians. But this corner kick, can it produce the second goal for the Belgians to make things level, to keep things level here in Germany?
Shots corner, Doku got the ball from Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne, here's Doku now. Another run. He goes past his marker. He's into the 18-yard box. It's a touch, and it's brought down by goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma. He's still able to hold on to that, ensuring he doesn't go out for a corner kick. It was nearly brought down by Marco Verratti, who is already on a yellow card. And that's what you need from a player like Doku, who can make those runs.
That is what you need from Doku, but that is definitely what you need from a goalkeeper on the 9. Donnarumma once again came to the rescue of the Italians. He had to get his hand on the ball, stood up for the rebound, went to catch the ball to keep things, to give Italy, or still keep Italy ahead over the Belgians. But the Belgians are now asking the questions, the right ones for that matter.
Speaking of Belgium asking the questions, can they get a goal? That's what they'll be looking out for, Belgium. The fans are still urging the team forward as they're on our screens. Chiellini, Bonucci making the way into the 18-yard box of Belgium as Italy have a corner. Insigne will take that corner for Italy. Witsel, it's all around Chiellini. Insigne's cross is into the 18-yard box. A brilliant cross. And the Belgians are able to clear with Munei getting ahead on that. Chiesa is asking for throwing, and he wins that throwing. Di Lorenzo will take the throw for Italy. Di Lorenzo in front of him. You have Barella. There's also Chiesa. And here's Barella trying to go past his marker. Here's Chiesa now. Over in the 18-yard box. Referee says no, as we had I think Chiesa go down. Referee says no. So game on. Doku wins the ball now and could now lead an attack for Belgium. Doku goes past the second marker, brought down. Referee doesn't blow the whistle. Rather says it's a throwing for Belgium. Lukaku has his hands on his head. The player that went down was Jorginho. So soft.
That was definitely not going to be a penalty. I thought it was an assimilation from the man Jorginho, and the referee saw that too, and he had to let play go on. But then the counter-attack from Belgium was looking quite fantastic until Doku was intercepted by the defenders or the midfielder for Italy.
So rather the throwing would be that of Italy. And here they are now with Verratti. Finds Spinazzola. He's playing as left back. Brilliant run from Spinazzola into the half of Belgium. There's Verratti. Insigne now with the ball. Insigne pass for Immobile. Immobile seems to be stingy today. Immobile really eager in getting a goal. Already 2 in this tournament. When you're looking at how Insigne got his, you also want his. A long pass in, it's Insigne. It's cleared out. I think the whistle went and it's an offside. Yeah, Lorenzo Insigne was off. Well off.
He was well off. He was too off, and that was decided earlier on. The referee had to raise his flag to indicate that that man Insigne was just offside for Italy.
Brilliant touch between Verratti and Jorginho. Spinazzola, Verratti, Insigne. Verratti, Insigne, Jorginho, Spinazzola for Verratti. Goes in field finding Jorginho, switching play for Immobile. Then it's to the right flank finding Di Lorenzo. Here now is Barella. Chiesa passes behind him. It's out and it's a throwing for Belgium. Throwing will be taken by Torgan Hazard. Goes back to Vermaelen. Toby Alderweireld. Alderweireld for Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen goes back to the goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. Clears. And the best of clearance as that's out for a throwing for Italy.
Ekpo, I do think that the Belgians need help, especially Lukaku, who is up front and a little bit bored and secluded from whatever is happening in the middle of the pack. So I think Carrasco coming in will help Lukaku up front while he tries to create and do all the flicks he can to try to assist Lukaku up front.
And Vertonghen plays the ball out, and it's going to be a throwing as the tackle came in from Ciro Immobile. The throwing is taken by Torgan Hazard. Hazard for Vertonghen. Yes, Thibaut Courtois. Goes back to Toby Alderweireld. Then finds Munei. It's a long ball in for Lukaku, certainly. It's cleared out by Chiellini. Belgium trying to close things on the Italians. It's back to their goalkeeper, Gianluigi Donnarumma. He finds Jorginho. Jorginho finds Di Lorenzo, brings that down. Goes past Torgan Hazard. Di Lorenzo goes back in field, was looking for Barella. Doku now gets the ball and attack for Belgium. Doku. Kevin De Bruyne making a run. He's into the 18-yard box. Kevin De Bruyne across. Lukaku off the ball. Oh my word. How did he miss that? Romelu Lukaku is still on the ground and he's shocked. It's cleared. It was cleared out by Spinazzola just off the lines. Brilliant touch from Doku and Kevin De Bruyne. And also, Lukaku had a touch before it was cleared off the lines by Spinazzola.
This is the first real attack I have seen, or chance I have seen from the Belgians. And once again, it was initiated by that young man, Doku, who tried to find in Kevin De Bruyne in the middle of the park in the 18-yard box. Sent the ball into Lukaku, who absolutely should have done better with the ball, but then he fell outside the field.
Not forgetting we can get your messages down here on 92.3 Nigeria Info on WhatsApp. It's 0809-030-6416. As Italy on the attack now, Immobile brought down the ball. Thibaut Courtois is off his lines and get that. The pass came in from Barella. Yes, Belgium now. Yuri Telemans trying to go past Verratti. Close down as quickly as possible. Toby Alderweireld finds Mune. Mune's pass not the best. And yes, Insigne. Insigne into the 18 is cleared out by Toby Alderweireld. But Italy gets it back. Now they are with Jorginho, Verratti, Chiellini. One for Spinazzola. And here's Verratti again. Verratti for Insigne. Spinazzola back to Jorginho. Insigne finds Bonucci. Bonucci for Di Lorenzo. Ball out. It's going to be a throw-in for Italy. Lukaku still on our screens. I think it was a brilliant clearance from Spinazzola. Second attempt from Lukaku. He didn't connect to that. All celebrated as if he just scored a goal.
Lukaku felt like he already scored that one. He already felt like he was already in the back of the net and to give Belgium their equalizer in the game. But Spinazzola had his laps, just his tides to that ball, and it just went off to deny Lukaku of his 50th goal in the tournament.
Yes, Immobile. His pass is in, looking for Chiesa. Cross! And it's Courtois who had a hand on that before Mune clears out. Mune now gets the ball from Kevin De Bruyne. A long ball in. Italy gets it back with Lorenzo Insigne. And the lead on attack now. Insigne goes past De Bruyne, trying to go past Witsel. Goes back infield. Here they are, the Italians, building things from the back. Barella for Jorginho, for Verratti. Verratti to Lorenzo Insigne. Back to Verratti. Wonderful turn from Verratti. Yes, Jorginho. Jorginho for Verratti. Verratti has Insigne for company. Finds Insigne. Goes back to Jorginho. And then to Verratti. Back to Jorginho. They're just building things. I think they've really enjoyed the partnership, Jorginho and Verratti. Italy lose out on the ball. Kevin De Bruyne is shocked how that's a foul. And the referee, Vincic, says he brought down Bonucci. Seems to be soft for me. They both shake themselves now. De Bruyne and Bonucci, as he picks himself up. But he's limping. We all know him as a hard man, Bonucci. Not just him, the Italians as well. There's Verratti, Jorginho, Verratti, Lorenzo Insigne. Goes back to Bonucci. He's up on his feet. And he seems to be faring better now. As Di Lorenzo finds Barella. Immobile. Barella gets the ball. Not well. Not connect. He didn't connect to that so well. It's back to the goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma. He's closed down by Doku. And here is Bonucci. Switching the ball from right to left. Finding Spinazzola. Lukaku will certainly not be happy with the fact that he missed that glorious chance. Here's Lorenzo Insigne. Across into the 18-yard box. There's a touch! Oh my word! How on earth did the Spinazzola rather miss that? What a run from left back just into the 18-yard box of Belgium.
This was what we saw Spinazzola do against the Austrians when they played in the round of 16, but he hasn't replicated that form against the Austrians here against the Belgians. But good run from that man Spinazzola. He was nowhere to be found in his spot, but he was attacking for the Italians, and it was a good ball coming in from, of course, there was a Barella who sent that ball in, and for Spinazzola, he could do nothing with that ball.
A change to be made for Belgium with Dries Mertens sets to come on. He certainly knows the Italians. Mertens plays for Napoli, but Italy on the attack with Chiesa. And now it's Verratti. Goes in, finding Spinazzola. Spinazzola for Immobile. Thomas Vermaelen clears. Vermaelen tried to lead an attack and he loses out on that. Insigne is brought down. Referee doesn't play an advantage. Rather was Verratti, who was brought down. Insigne and Vermelina both heated in there as the referee calls both men, Vermelina and Insigne, trying to keep things cool. Vincic, they now shake themselves. Thomas Vermelin makes his way into the 18-yard box. Nassar Chadli and Dries Mertens will be coming out shortly. Mertens, like I said, knows these guys in and out as he plays for SSC Napoli. It's a free kick for Italy. Verratti is stepping away. Lorenzo Insigne will take. He's already scored a goal. Can he now provide an assist? Lorenzo Insigne across into the 18-yard box. It's deep. It's cleared out by Torgan Hazard. Across back in by Chiesa. Oh, Immobile was looking for a brilliant finish. They're trying an overhead kick. But Kevin De Bruyne can now lead an attack for Belgium. It's stopped out. Then it was stopped out by
Spinazzola.
Yeah, Spinazzola. Came over to the right flank of defense. And here now is Verratti. He finds Insigne. Verratti once again goes back to Chiellini. Chiellini for Bonucci. Bonucci back to Chiellini. Chiellini over to Spinazzola. Jorginho. Verratti. Spinazzola. It's Belgium enjoying the ball possession. Spinazzola for Insigne. Has gone back finding Jorginho. Then to Verratti. Insigne. A touch for Immobile. Hangs on to that. Goes back to Verratti. And now where the ball is. Jorginho finds Verratti. Jorginho. Insigne. Could strike again. A strike. Troubles Thibaut Courtois. Goes down, makes a save. And Torgan Hazard can clear. Finds Doku. Doku goes down. Whistle goes. A foul on Doku as he was brought down by Di Lorenzo.
Another brilliant shot taken by that man Insigne, like he did for the second goal for Italy. But this time it was Thibaut Courtois who punched that ball out, and the rebound was sent safely out by that man, Torgan Hazard.
Yuri Telemans taken off with Dries Mertens coming on, and Doku also will be coming off shortly, I guess, for Nassar Chadli. Not confirmed the second substitution. But Telemans is off, Dries Mertens is on, Chadli is also on, and it's Thomas Munet who has been taken off for Nassar Chadli. Chadli and Mertens have to do things for the Belgians. There's Nassar Chadli getting his first touch. So Nassar Chadli will now be playing at left wing back. Torgan Hazard will play at right wing back. You have Mertens drop deep in midfield. Here's Doku. He's nearly tackled off the ball. Holds on to that beautifully, Doku. Switching play to the right now. Here's Torgan Hazard. Running Dries Mertens. First touch for Dries Mertens. Goes past his marker, Mertens. Finds Chadli. Chadli strike. Lukaku on top of the head of him as well. And also that of Torgan and that of Mertens. What a surprise that the Belgians have not gotten the equalizer yet. It's 20 minutes to the end of the game.
Just once again, the Belgians has come short once again to take to find an equalizer against the Italians. This time, Romelu Lukaku was there, but the ball just went just above his head. Found, of course, I think that was Torgan Hazard. Was it? Okay, I think that was Mertens who the ball found, but he just couldn't put the ball into the back of the net to give the Belgians the equalizer. I think it was Torgan Hazard. Torgan Hazard was one who had the ball, but he could do nothing with that ball.
Immobile now, as Insigne making a run in front of him, hangs on to that Immobile. Immobile making his way, is dispossessed by Axel Witsel. Yes, Kevin De Bruyne is now playing deep alongside Witsel in midfield. The talk of Mertens up front, a pass from De Bruyne are not the best as he doesn't find Lukaku. And yes, Immobile still dispossessed of the ball by Toby Alderweireld. Down holding his ankle. Whistle doesn't go. He has to pick himself up as quickly as possible. Doku is up against Di Lorenzo. He's being closed down also. Doku is trying to outrun Di Lorenzo. Ball goes out. Oh, before then I think the whistle went. It's going to be a free kick for Italy.
Free kick for Italy. The Italians have done quite well defensively as well, and going forward, the Belgians have had a few chances for themselves as well, but they haven't been able to take the chances. They haven't been able to put the ball at the back of the net to equalize against the Italians and to give themselves the hope that they can take this ball into extra time, or maybe even get to win it in regulation time.
Chadley, who just came up, is down, and I think he's saying his game is up.
Yeah, I think when he fell after that assist he was trying to give with that pace, with the run he made, it looked like he picked up an injury, and I saw him limping from that particular attack, and now it looks like Chadley cannot continue.
Bellotti is about to come on for the Italians. Brilliant, talking of Andre Bellotti with Torino, set to make his 37th appearance. Chadley, who just came on, is less than 3 minutes in the field, is already down, receiving treatment from the Belgian medics. Still showing how he picked up a knock there. That cross which nearly found Lukaku or Thorgan Hazard.
I think he didn't land well after he took the shot, or he took a swipe to the ball into the middle of the pack, and his left leg is being troubled, and I don't think Chadley can continue.
I think he's even walking to the bench already. Lukaku on our screens. How he's not scored the second is really surprising. A change to be made by Italy, and
that's a goalkeeper they want. Okay, that's for Belgium.
Pret has come on for Belgium. Dennis Pret has come on in for Nacer Chadli. Oh my, really disappointing when you have moments like this, most especially in the Euros. Fully prepared for this, it doesn't pay off. So change, Verratti taken off for Italy. It's been brilliant today, Marco Verratti. And who comes on? It's Brian Cristante coming on for Marco Verratti. Also, another change for the Italians. Ciro Immobile is taken off with Andre Bellotti coming on. 2 changes for Italy, 3 so far for Belgium. They've been forced to make the third. Nacer Chadli, who came on for Monet, is taken off with Dennis Pratt coming on. Bellotti shaking the bench. I beg your pardon. Immobile shaking the bench of the Italians. Here they are already on the attack, Italy. And they are with Chiesa up against Jan Vertonghen. It's Chiesa. He looks for... Chiesa finds Cristante. And Immobile. Back to Chiellini. Chiellini back to Donnarumma. As Bonucci to his right, Chiellini to his left. Orada goes to the middle where he finds Jorginho. We talk of a stop that is from Thomas Vermaelen. Dries Mertens finds Romelu Lukaku on for Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne's touch is too heavy. Lukaku, his strike is deflected, and it just goes into the path of goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma.
It has been Lukaku not being clinical here for the Belgians, for we've seen Kevin De Bruyne do everything possible to try to put or give Italy, Belgium an equalizer in this game, but all efforts from that man has been weighted off by the defense from the Italians. The Azzurris look quite good defensively with Chiellini and Bonucci. Also, of course, Di Lorenzo have practically come into the game to try to wait up those attacks coming from Doku as well, but so far, really good play from the attack of Belgium.
It's been a wonderful play so far, so good. Belgium lose out on possession once again as Italy gather back. Switching play to the left, finding Spinazzola. Ball seems to be too much and is out. He's out for a throw-in for Belgium. Spinazzola is asking for a substitution. Yeah, Spinazzola really wants a substitution. Roberto Martinez is forced into making another substitution.
Yeah, I think he has picked a knock. He slipped while trying to chase, of course, Torgan Hazard. He slipped and he must have broken something and he can't continue. He's asking that Roberto Mancini takes him off.
He's down at the moment, Spinazzola. And he has Cristante talking to him. The Belgian fans keeping fingers crossed. The Italian fans also keeping fingers crossed. When you're looking at how the last game played out between Switzerland and Spain, with 77 minutes gone and it's still 2-1 in favor of Italy.
The Italian fans look quite distraught with the injury to Spinazzola.
You have to be with how brilliant he's been from the left flank. Ekanem Kufre on WhatsApp from Ada George says he sees the game ending 2-1. I think he twisted his knee there. Just asked immediately for a substitution. So Spinazzola will be taken off shortly. Belgium have just over 10 minutes to get back in the game. Spinazzola seems to be crying. Yes, he is. I think he's thinking that his tournament has come to an end. So Spinazzola will be taken off with the Champions League winner in Emerson Palmieri coming on. Chiesa also seems like he will be taken off shortly. Whoa, stretcher has even come in because of Spinazzola. I think this will be the end of his tournament.
Yeah, he is crying.
Whether Italy progresses or not, that will certainly be the end of his tournament.
He pulled I think his left knee suffered that stretch while he was trying to keep up with Torgan Hazard, and you could see how he screamed. Even Torgan had to look back to understand what was going on behind him, and he got to see that man struggling. Spinazzola, eventually he's been taken out of the game, and he's really in tears.
So Lorenzo Insigne, who scored a brilliant goal, has been taken off with Domenico Berardi coming on, and then Spinazzola, who is being stretched off, will be replaced by Emerson Palmieri of Chelsea. Emerson comes on, and Emerson will be making his second appearance in Euro 2020. Belgium have 10 minutes with additional time to get an equalizer and maybe a winner. And Italy also have 10 minutes and additional time to hang in there and be victorious at the end of 90 minutes. There's Thomas Vermaelen. Vermaelen finds Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen for Witsel. Witsel to Toby Alderweireld. Alderweireld finds Torgan Hazard. It's Toby Alderweireld once again. It's Thomas Vermaelen, Jan Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld. They're building things from the back. It's a long ball in now. Here's Doku. Too much. Ball bounced over him, and it's out for throwing for Italy. Spinazzola still on the screens. It's really in tears. Whether Italy progress or not, I think that's the end of his tournament.
Yeah, and he looks distraught with the injury he picked in just a few minutes ago. He looks really, really sad with that injury. But good thing that the Italians are leading 2-1. But the Belgians are still asking the question. The Belgians are still trying to attack Romelu Lukaku. Hopefully they think they can get an equalizer here to stretch this game to extra time.
Throwing for Belgium. They seem to be rushing at this point. Torgan Hazard with the throw. Finds Toby Alderweireld, Axel Witsel. Witsel back to Thomas Vermaelen. Vermaelen for Alderweireld. Here's Witsel. And here they are now with Pratt. Still on the attack is Pratt. Thomas and Thorgan Hazard. And a touch. It's not the best of touches. Down goes Emerson, wins a free kick for Italy. That was from Dries Mertens.
Had the inclusion, of course, for Belgium. Dries Mertens is really working dividends for the Belgians. You could see he's attacking. You could see that he's giving them options up front. And Romelu Lukaku seemed to, be stood from that man, Dries Mertens. Hopefully, his inclusion.
The Belgian fans want a goal as quickly as possible. Belotti is still yet to make a touch for Italy. Throwing now with Thorgan Hazard to take the throw for Belgium. He's playing from the right wing now, Thorgan Hazard, after he's been playing from the left all game. Dennis Pratt is playing in midfield alongside. Axel Witsel and Kevin De Bruyne. Up front you do have Doku, Lukaku and Dries Mertens. Yes, Thorgan Hazard, long ball in, Lukaku has a flick in for Witsel. Witsel could cross one in, has two Belgian players in. Kevin De Bruyne or Doku in the 18. His cross doesn't go past Bonucci, and it's going to be a throw-in for Belgium.
I think Witsel wasted too much time. He had control of the ball, but he wasn't decisive of what to do with the ball immediately when he got it. And Bonucci had every right to go straight to him and try to block that shot from that man Witsel, which headed for a throw-in for Belgium.
Here they are, Belgium again. In midfield now is Dennis Pratt. Pratt finds Jan Vertonghen. He goes to the right flank. Yes. He gets the ball back, Vertonghen. Then finds Doku. Doku
on the field of play is so unbelievable. He got past Bonucci, he got past Chiellini. He also, of course, got past that man Emerson, who just came in for Spinazzola. Took a strike out on the ball, but this time he was just way off over the goal post. That would have been the equalizer for Belgium, but Doku cannot find the back of the net.
Donnarumma takes the goal kick for Italy. A long one in. It's still put in by the Belgians as they're hanging on in there. Whistle goes. Emerson is fouled. And he's fouled by Thorgan Hazard rather. The Belgian fans biting their nails, same as the Italians.
Nail biting moment, I tell you.
A ball in from Toby Alderweireld. We have Witsel down. He has to pick himself up. Cristante taps Witsel after he fouled Witsel. Free kick for Belgium. Here they are now with Thomas Vermaelen. This will certainly be his last Euros. Thorgan Hazard, Witsel, switching play to the left as he finds Doku. Doku wins a throw-in for Belgium. And it's Dennis Pratt who takes the throw-in. Pratt goes back to Jan Vertonghen. Yes, Thomas Vermaelen. Vermaelen to Toby Alderweireld. 5 minutes with additional time to the end of the game. Can Belgium get an equalizer? Here is Thomas Vermaelen on for Toby Alderweireld. Axel Witsel. Witsel looking at a run from the right from Thorgan Hazard. And here Hazard gets it now from Toby Alderweireld. Hazard trying to get past his marker. A pass into the 18. Mertens doesn't let that even go out for a corner kick as it's cleared out by the Italian defense. You have in there Di Lorenzo. Yes, Doku goes past his first marker, turns past the second. Doku loses out to Barella, and Barella can clear for Italy. Yes, he does that brilliantly as they win a free kick. As we have Berardi brought down by Pratt.
It was actually Jorginho who intercepted that brilliant play from Doku. Jorginho once again came into the back four to defend, of course, for Italy, to make sure the scoreline remains the same until the final. It is 2-1 right now in Germany. It is Mancini dishing out instructions to his players who are already leading, but have to be cautious so as not to concede against an equalizer against the Belgians. The Red Devils are looking brilliant going forward as well too.
Verratti seems to be praying for Italy. He wants the game to end at this very moment. Here they are, the Italians. Jorginho brings that wonderfully, passes it to his teammates, not just at country level, but also at club level, Emerson. And they are now on the attack, but they lose out. As Chiesa fouls Torgan Hazard, whistle goes. And it's going to be a free kick for Belgium. Hazard gets back up as quickly as possible. Takes the free kick, finding Toby Alderweireld. Alderweireld for Thibaut Courtois. Courtois. On for Toby Alderweireld. Alderweireld goes infield, finding Axel Witsel. Witsel to the left for Jan Vertonghen. Vertonghen goes back into the middle, finding Thomas Vermaelen. Vermaelen for Toby Alderweireld. A long ball, switch of play. Lukaku brings that down, and they lose out again. Then it's Pratt, and it's Jan Vertonghen who goes deep into his half to get the ball and launch another attack for Belgium. They need something quickly. It has to happen now. Thomas Vermaelen, Toby Alderweireld, a long ball in, looking for Lukaku. Brings that down beautifully. Lukaku is dispossessed by Bonucci. Yes, Doku has also been brilliant tonight. Kevin De Bruyne, his pass is not clinical. Jan Vertonghen. Back to Thomas Vermaelen. Vermaelen goes in, finding Toby Alderweireld. Yes, Torgan Hazard. Hazard going back as he finds Witsel. Witsel is dispossessed, nearly dispossessed, but he wins the ball back. And here's Thomas Vermaelen. A pass to the left, finding Doku. Doku has two men to beat. Rather goes infield for Kevin De Bruyne. Across into the 18-yard box. Is cleared out by Bonucci. Kevin De Bruyne goes down. Whistle goes. Free kick for Belgium. Brilliant position certainly for Kevin De Bruyne.
The Belgians are just a few minutes away from elimination in the Euros 2020, and the Red Devils will make sure that they can use this opportunity to try to get an equalizer over the Italians. A free kick won by Kevin De Bruyne, which I thought shouldn't have been a free kick, by the way, but the referee thought it is. Yes, the referee thought it was a free kick, of course, and it was awarded to the Belgians. So good work so far from the Belgians. So they look quite good, but I would say that the Azuris have managed possession quite well and have kept things quite clean in this game against the Red Devils.
Wisdom says whoever wins tonight will go ahead to win Euro 2020. Kevin De Bruyne has a free kick for Belgium. Will he cross or will it be a direct one? De Bruyne. He seems to be swinging his hand. I think it's going to be a cross. Lukaku is already looking with his eyes wide open. Kevin De Bruyne. The wall came too forward. Whistle doesn't go. Okay, yeah, it goes. And it's going to be a yellow card. I'm really surprised. I would have been surprised if it wasn't retaken. And it's Berardi who's been yellow carded.
The referee, I thought, should have dealt with the wall quite well, but he didn't. Look at that. Wall? There was a wall in front of Kevin De Bruyne. It was Berardi who was just in front of him. But I thought that before the ball was taken, he stepped 2-3 steps in front of that ball, and that was why the referee had to give him a yellow card and the free kick to be retaken.
A substitution for Italy. Well, we'll be having 5 minutes added on in the game. 5 minutes for Belgium to turn things around. Chiesa is taken off with Toloi coming on. Rafael Toloi replaces Federico Chiesa. Italy have 5 minutes to hang on. Belgium have 5 minutes to score a goal, or maybe two, and ensure it doesn't go into extra time. Free kick by Kevin De Bruyne. Lukaku is in there. Toby Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Vermaelen, all in there. Kevin De Bruyne takes the free kick. It's weak, and you have the goalkeeper out. Gianluigi Donnarumma. Whistle goes, and it's a free kick. Witsel is surprised. How that is a free kick.
It is a free kick for Italy. It was a well taken free kick by Kevin De Bruyne. It was Donnarumma who came out to take that ball, but then the air ball of Axel Witsel was just out while Donnarumma was coming for that ball, and his air ball went straight into the body of Donnarumma. The referee had to give a free kick to the Italians.
I said this doesn't only happen in the NPFL.
What is?
It happens in Europe.
What is?
Donnarumma is down.
It's down, and it was worth it. It was the elbow. It was the elbow of Axel Witsel that went into his chest.
He's not holding his chest now.
But then he was fouled. Yes. He's a goalkeeper. He's a goalkeeper, and they would have to attend to him.
De Bruyne looks frustrated.
He should be. He's giving his everything. He's giving his best. But
Donnarumma has taken off his gloves. It doesn't happen only in the MPFL. No.
I don't know what you're saying.
It happens in Europe as well. We're seeing this in Euro 2020. The gloves are off.
Did you see the elbow? Did you see the elbow? Did you see the elbow? The referee was looking at one thing, which was the elbow of Axel Witsel into the body of Donnarumma. So yes, it was a free kick for Italy.
5 minutes added. We have 2.5 minutes already gone. Belgium. I know we'll play past the 5 minutes, but Belgium need something quickly. Donnarumma is up. Takes a long free kick in, and it's cleared by Jan Vertonghen. Doku trying to win the ball off Di Lorenzo. Italy win a free kick. Di Lorenzo is also down. Like I'll tell you, it doesn't really go on in, It's going on now in Europe. Vertonghen is screaming.
The funny thing is, why you think they are wasting time? The referee will be adding more time until eventually he thinks that it is time to end the game. So whatever they do, the referee will simply add time. But I don't think it's time wasting them.
They're not wasting time. Charity from Port Harcourt thinks Belgium are going to win the game tonight. Vertonghen is frustrated, certainly. There is Vertonghen, won the header there. Doku gets the ball, whistle goes. Free kick for Belgium as Italy are really trying to slow things down. They start as quickly as possible, Belgium. They have a minute to go to the end of the game. A long ball in, looking for Lukaku. It just goes into the hand of Donnarumma. You see what I'm telling you, he's down as well.
The first game, if it ends, this be the first game in the quarterfinals, that wouldn't take us to extra time and also to penalties as well. But I think it's been really, really good, high-pressed game from the two sides. Belgium and Italy are giving out their very best, while the Italians look like they'll be coming out tops over the Red Devils. Of course, the golden generation once again looks like they are on the edge of elimination out of the Euro 2020.
Italy on the attack. Italy with Berardi slowing things in the corner as he's up against Thomas Vermaelen. Verratti is dispossessed of the ball. Jan Vertonghen is brought down, and it's a free kick. Was brought down by Belotti. Free kick to be taken quickly, and Thibaut Courtois will be the man to do this for Italy. It's already 5 minutes played. This could be the last attack, maybe. It's cleared out by Chiellini. Further cleared, and Jan Vertonghen gets his head onto that. Here at this moment is Witsel. Knocks it down for Torgan Hazard. His pass is not the best as Cristante stops that one. Eden is sitting outside. Also biting his nails and seems disappointed. There's Toby Alderweireld. Torgan Hazard. Brother to Eden Hazard. A long ball in. Looking for Dries Mertens. He's beaten in the air by Chiellini. And then it's back in by Pratt. And Italy getting Emerson. It's cleared out rather by Chiellini. A long one looking for Belotti. He brings it down. He goes out. It's a throw-in for Belgium. 5 minutes over. We're playing the 6th minute so far. And here is Toby Alderweireld switching things to the right. Was looking for Torgan Hazard. Yes, he gets in. And Belgium sending it in. Axel Witsel, a long pass, switching to the right flank, seems to be too much, but Doku brings that down, goes past his marker, Doku, goes past his second marker again, and Doku goes infield. Here is Toby Alderweireld, Torgan Hazard across, it's cleared out, a corner kick for Belgium. This will certainly be the last moment. Chiellini screaming at the defense, and he's already shouting that it's over. Not yet. This will be the last chance. Kevin De Bruyne will take the corner. Thibaut Courtois is in the 18-yard box. De Bruyne's corner is in. A header too much. And it's a goal kick for Italy.
Everything tried by the Belgians didn't work out, or hasn't worked out so far for the Belgians. The Italians look like they'll be taking the day, and I think the referee will be calling it times any moment from now.
Goal kick for Italy to be taken by Gianluigi Donnarumma. This could be the last kick, certainly. Whistle goes. Italy are through to the semi-finals. They face Spain. It's done and dusted here. They've conceded only 2 goals in Euro 2020. The golden generation can now be saying goodbye to Euros. Maybe a couple of players who will be playing in the next 3 years still in the Euros. But what a disappointing moment. When you look at the caliber of the squad, when you look at the caliber of the players, it still doesn't pay off for them at this moment. Doku is sad. Same as Romelu Lukaku. You can call out Kevin De Bruyne. It's been a sad moment for Belgium as they have been knocked out of Euro 2020.
They've been knocked out, but the Italians look happy to have taken this one over the Belgians. The top scorers in the tournament in Cristiano Ronaldo with 5 goals, and of course Lukaku with 4 goals, are all out of the tournament. And it is once again the Italians who will go on Tuesday to take on Spain in the semi-final of the Euro 2020 happening in 2021.
The fans of Belgium are crying. Vermaelen is sad. This is certainly his last Euros. Thomas Vermaelen. The Italians are celebrating. Roberto Mancini is talking to each and every one of them. They keep getting better as the games go by. But shortly we will be taking your thoughts, calls as Italy get through to the semis of Euro 2020.
The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, a tournament with a difference, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide.
They seem to keep hold of the ball, see so much of the ball, but at the end of the day, they tend to do little or nothing with the ball.
Floated into the box! It's in!
A player who's been having a renaissance after season.
He connected to the pass like a socket, fired the shots like a rocket.
The person
What they want to do is sit back, where your weaknesses, and then when they get the ball, they counter-attack you.
It was a brilliant piece of play by Karim Benzema. They decide against that counter-attack and go all the way back.
It's beautiful. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 38 meters. This is your goal of the week.
When you defend, you can defend for 91 minutes, and just for 1 minute, everything will change.
He completes his hat trick. He's in the pursuit of perfection.
Best days are behind him already, and the young managers have taken up the mantle.
Covering every blade of grass for a full month from 11th June to 11th July 2021 on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 on Nigeria Info. It's live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide. Coverage